If any of these questions came to your mind as well, I'm here to address them all. But first things first, an introduction. Hi all, I'm Garima. I'm pursuing my master's in English literature from Jawaharlal Nehru University. सिर्फ एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर देना would not be enough. I might have to give answers to a lot of questions that I find necessary, that one must know, क्योंकि अगर आप इन सब चीज़ों को समझ जाते हो तो आपका बहुत ज़्यादा समय बच जाएगा. आई थिंक ये चीज़ें बताने लायक हैं, जानकारी में रखने लायक हैं. Speaking of which, I'll exclusively speak for the English Center at JNU. I do not intend to give you the impression कि ये हर एक डिपार्टमेंट में फॉलो होता होगा. ये मेरे डिपार्टमेंट में फॉलो होता है, तो I'll just be talking about that. So it's just a little heads up for you if your goals will not align with being in the English Center at JNU. We'll start from the start. How to get into JNU. So for that, I'll have to make you clear that there is no BA English Literature program here. There is one for English language, but there is not, like other universities, there is nothing like BA in English honors, English literature honors. So most of the people who are pursuing masters in English literature here, they are from other universities. So सबसे पहला requirement तो ये है कि you need to have your bachelor's. Now यहीं पे a lot of people ask me कि if they have a non-English background or non-BA background, can they still pursue masters in English literature from JNU? I found out that in order to pursue MA in English here, you just need to have a 10 plus 2 plus 3 qualification, like in this order. So basically till your 12th, then you need to have a bachelor's in any discipline, but the pattern should be 10 plus 2 plus 3. Now, the how part, how to prepare for this CUET PG, this big bad exam that scares you so much, and it had scared me so much as well. And the worst part about is that you'll have to manage the preparation for this exam along with your, say, third year, BA third year. So how did I do it? I just made a descriptive post recently about my process and the things and the sources that I refer to. It might be of help to you. It's not a guarantee that they will confirm your entry into JNU, but I'm just putting out what helped me. So you can check that post out. And I'll also put the link in the description. Giving the CUET PG exam part, I think बहुत लोगों ने cover किया होगा इसको YouTube पे. And there will be better people to help you out with that. So I'll just come straight to the post admission process. So once you are done with the admission process, which is like, oh god, it is very hectic, especially if you are someone who does not live nearby Delhi. But once you are finally done with, which you will, things will start to get even more confounding. First of all, if you had noticed, I used the word center instead of department a lot of times abhi. Why is that? So the disciplines are first grouped as schools, and under the schools are your centers. So the school which English Center is a part of is SLL and CES, short for School of Language, Literature and Cultural Studies. And इसके अंदर बहुत सारे centers हैं, जैसे German Studies के, English Studies के, French Studies के, Japanese, so and so. So I hope you're clear on that कि school क्या है and center क्या है. It's just to establish an easy categorization of all the disciplines that are taught here. Now coming to CES, which is the short form of Center for English Studies, and the professors here. So first of all, we have Professor Brinda, then Professor Bahaduri, Professor Shaika, Professor Milind, Professor Satya, Professor Sami, Professor Alamilu, and Professor Raju. If my classmates are watching this, if I forgot someone, please forgive me. मेरे दिमाग में अभी यही लोग आए. We also had Professor Udaya, but he retired recently, so you're lost, guys. But make sure if and when you come here, you attend each and every talk where he's a part of and he's speaking. So moving on, it's the classes. Now, how it's different from, say, if I would have continued my PG from the same university where I did my UGs, like BHU. So you have master's class, right? It's strictly for master's student. But master's, say master's first year and master's second year and PhD, सबकी classes अलग चलती हैं. And I think this is the case with most universities. I wouldn't know. But in JNU, आपकी जो classes हैं, second years भी बैठ सकते हैं, PhDs भी बैठ सकते हैं. वो ऐसा इसलिए होता है क्योंकि when you are just done with your admission process, you are provided with a list of courses जो आपके बैच को ऑफर किया जा रहा है, से MA फर्स्ट ईयर. सम ऑफ दीज कोर्सेज आर ऑल्सो ऑफर्ड टू द MA सेकेंड ईयर्स एंड और टू द PhDs. एंड येस, कोर्स चुनने का चॉइस आपके पास है. आउट ऑफ दिस say 6, 7 or 5 courses that you are provided with, you'll have to select minimum of 3 or 4 depending on how you want to complete your 16 courses. That is the requirement of completing your MA degree. I'll explain. अपना MA complete करने के लिए you are required to have taken 16 courses in total इन 2 सालों में. So अगर तुम simple math करो, if you want to go with it, 4 per semester, right? You can actually change that. You can take 5 in one sem, 6 in another sem, and then बचे हुए बाकी sem में adjust कर लो. ठीक है. So it totally depends on you. तुम first sem में 4 भी ले सकते हो, 5 भी ले सकते हो, maximum 6 है शायद. But yeah, usually people start with 4 because ये पहला sem होता है and 4 is the max some people can take like me. Now इन 16 courses में से 12 तो तुम्हारे English center से ही होने चाहिए. बाकी 4 can be from other centers if they are offering. For example, a lot of my classmates take courses from SA, which is short for School of Arts and Aesthetics, and some other from Center for Women Studies. The goal is to complete your 16 courses quota, and out of these 16, 12 must necessarily be from the English Center. बाकी 4 किसी और center से हो सकते हैं if they are offering. Some of my classmates took 5 courses in the first semester itself and 6 in next semester. अब ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Usually people want to get done with as many courses as possible by their say second or third semester, because in fourth semester you have something called dissertation, which is also very different from the university where I did my bachelor's from, and it is just as intimidating. I'll come back to this dissertation part later. So as I was saying, try to finish as many courses as you can by third semester, or if you think that you can take dissertation plus the burden of other courses in your last semester, you are very welcome to do that as well. But I'm just talking about what people usually do, how they plan this division of courses across their 4 semesters. I'll now talk about the evaluation, which is I think the most asked part. First of all, there is no attendance criteria, at least at the English center. There is no restriction, there is no indirect threats कि अगर तुम क्लास नहीं करोगे तो तुम्हारे मार्क्स कट जाएंगे. But the way these classes run, तुम्हारे कॉन्शियस में बैठ जाएगा कि तुम्हें करना है. I think the absence of an attendance criteria is a sort of reverse psychology. I mean, one would think कि attendance criteria नहीं है तो you will be more free, but then नहीं रहता है तो you become so conscious of your discipline कि you need to attend that class. But अगर कोई medical emergency है या due to some reason you have to go back, there is no such thing as a strict attendance rule. कोई रोल ही नहीं है इसका तुम्हारे evaluation में, semester के evaluation में, until and unless a professor specifies. I mean, almost all the professors follow this no attendance sort of thing, but what is important is class participation. Again, this is a PSA that I'm speaking strictly about the English Center at JNU. So if you're someone who hates rectified closed book exams like me, then JNU is the place for you. There is no concept of conventional written tests or vivas. JNU prepares you for research, and so research you must. तुम्हारे semester का evaluation 3 चीज़ों पर depend करता है, and almost all professors follow this pattern. Emphasis on the almost. Sometimes a professor might differ from what they did in their previous sem. So there are inconsistencies involved, but this is the general pattern. First is your presentation, second is your term paper, and third is your end semester exam. इनका division कुछ इस type रहता है कि presentation and term paper is 25 marks each and the end sem is 50 marks. But कभी term paper 20 हो जाता है, कभी presentation 30 हो जाता है. But end sem is always 50%. If you want, I can make a detailed explanation on the presentation, the research paper part. But for now, I'll just give you a little gist. So for presentation, you have to present on a text of your choice that echoes the course that you're presenting for. So for example, the course is science fiction. So I can present on the Avengers after consulting it with the professor. When I say text, it does not only mean literary text. You can present on any form of media after consulting it with the professor who is offering that course. Now, presentations are very crucial. They establish you in front of the professor. So make sure you work really hard for them. if you want to impress your classmates as well as the professor. Second, we have the term papers. They're almost like research papers, and the process is very similar to that of a presentation. So you will have to select a text of your choice, but that text should not be and cannot be the same as the one you presented on, unless your professor allows it. And you have to go for a topic that has not been worked upon. The whole point of research is to find the gap and fill it. For presentations, usually there are schedules that the professors provide you with, and you will have to write your name beside a date that you are available to present. And for term papers, there's a deadline 1 month before the exam. Also, participation in class discussion is very important. Sometimes professor might not directly imply that it's important for your evaluation, but trust me, it always is. Now, coming to the exam, which is the other half of this evaluation, almost all the professors go for an open book exam. Emphasis again on the almost, because inconsistencies are always there. But you'll know what kind of exam a professor will conduct in the course outline that is provided to you when you are done with your admission process or your registration process for each semester. When I say open book exam, usually क्या होता है कि you don't have to be on the campus, stuffed inside a room with your classmates for 3 hours to appear for them. For some professors like Professor Bhadri, this is not the case at least. You are allowed to be creative. Necessarily आपको कुछ academic चीज़ें नहीं लिखनी है. अगर आप चाहो तो आप लिख सकते हो, but not necessarily. If you are a very creative person, you are allowed to be so while writing your response to an end-sem question. Another important thing, which is the add drop form. So say during the time of admission तुमने courses ले लिए, उनका title पढ़ के and everything, because that is the process you have to go through, right? But you will be also given, जब तुम यहाँ पे आओ, classes शुरू हो जाएं, तुम्हें एक particular amount of time दिया जाएगा कि तुम इन courses को try out करो. If you still wanna have that course in that particular semester or not, basically you can try out all the courses that have been offered to your batch, जो तुमने लिया है, जो तुमने नहीं लिया है. एंड देन एक फाइनल डेडलाइन आएगी जहाँ पे तुम्हें एक फॉर्म सबमिट करना होगा, विच इज कॉल्ड द एड ड्रॉप फॉर्म. सिंपली यू कैन एड द कोर्सेज दैट यू फाउंड इंटरेस्टिंग बट यू डिडंट एड देम ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ योर एडमिशन, और यू कैन ड्रॉप द कोर्सेज दैट साउंडेड फन टू यू बट यू डोंट फाइंड देम इंटरेस्टिंग. ये भी सुविधा है, एंड आई थिंक दिस वन थिंग शुड बी इम्प्लीमेंटेड बाय अदर यूनिवर्सिटीज एज वेल. डिसर्टेशन इज sort of a mini PhD, not even mini, I think micro PhD, because it's 2 semesters long. The process begins at the beginning of your 3rd semester and it ends by your 4th semester. So dissertation is basically a lengthy research work, usually of 3 to 5 chapters. Word limit is around 12,000 to 15,000. अभी तुम्हें डिसर्टेशन का टेंशन लेने का ज़रूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज वो टेंशन सबको साथ में रहेगी. एंड उसके लिए हमारे सेंटर पे क्लासेस भी होती हैं. एक पूरा कोर्स होता है 3rd सेमेस्टर में जो आपको प्रिपेयर करता है आपका डिसर्टेशन लिखने के लिए. एंड एज आई सेड, JNU prepares you for research, and so research you must. So I think this was all. I tried to cover whatever came to my mind, whatever I think is important right now for you to know. अगर कभी ऐसे सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस हैं इनके अलावा जो मुझे इम्पॉर्टेंट लगे, तो I'll make another video. तब तक के लिए you can ask them if I failed to cover them in the comment section. If you are curious about JNU का syllabus, as I said, you can find those on my page. I started this series about posting them, and I'll at least post about all the courses that I have been taking. So by now I have taken 14 courses. I've already covered 2 of them. So if you haven't followed me yet, this is the time you should. There are other things about JNU in general जो तुम्हारे दिमाग में आ रहा होगा क्वेश्चन, ठीक है. इस वीडियो में इन जनरल क्वेश्चन पे फोकस नहीं किया गया क्योंकि इनके बारे में चीज़ें हैं इंटरनेट पे, ठीक है. द होल पॉइंट ऑफ दिस वीडियो वॉज टू टॉक अबाउट समथिंग दैट आई हैवंट सीन बीइंग टॉक्ड अबाउट एंड आई फाउंड इम्पॉर्टेंट. जो चीज़ें इट्स नॉट टू रिपीट वट एवर हैज़ बिन डन, जैसे हेल्थ सेंटर से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन हो गए, लाइब्रेरी से हो गए, या इन जनरल अदर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से हो गए. तो वो चीज़ें अगर यहाँ पे कवर नहीं हुई हैं तो वो एक रीज़न की वजह से नहीं हुई हैं, क्योंकि इट्स नॉट अ जनरलाइज्ड एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ बीइंग अ JNU स्टूडेंट. I only wanted to talk about it because it was a sort of an institutional shock when I came here. Things excited and made me nervous at the same time. It took me a whole semester to adjust to it. So this is just to save your time and to ensure कि तुम पहले सेमेस्टर से ही यहाँ पे आके पसंद करो चीज़ों को. बिकॉज आई डोंट थिंक कि इससे ज़्यादा प्रो स्टूडेंट करिकुलम कहीं और हो सकता है. मतलब मेरे लिए तो है. आई एम अगेन नॉट जनरलाइजिंग, नॉट स्पीकिंग फॉर अदर्स. सो या, दिस इज जस्ट समथिंग दैट आई वांटेड टू टॉक अबाउट and share it with someone who you think this might help. Thank you so much for watching and see you.